She poured bleach into the coffee maker.
You can't even like sniff bleach for like too long. And you poured it in his drink. I mean, obviously the goal was death. I put F at the end so they don't demonetize it. Death.
How long they could pick up on that. But yeah, unaliving the man basically, which is so slow because you do it for weeks, right? And one of the things
it worked for a lot of people.
Huh?
You ever heard about Aqua Tofana?
Yeah, but like the purpose of this specific situation, which is his coffee, and something I was explaining that y'all see in the video, which was when people have a routine, right? Like for a period of time, I woke up every morning making coffee, drinking coffee. Now I may make it a little bit different because I'm not using the same exact measurement. Sometimes it's great, sometimes it's kind of trash, sometimes whatever it may be. But you can tell the difference within your coffee, right? You know the type of coffee you use, you know the water that you use. You know, hit or miss, whatever it may be. You know the ingredients that you add. Something's going to be off
when you make it yourself, for sure.
Yeah, and she wasn't making it for him. That's the thing about it. He was still making it. It was just that she was just, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, he was making his own coffee.
He was making his own coffee.
Okay, let's see.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah, so we're gonna dive into this. Y'all, go ahead and get comfy. Let me adjust the screen so we can see this.
What a trifling heifer hoe.
Give me 1 second as I
What a disrespectful. And look at the title. Hidden camera shows woman allegedly poisoning Air Force husband's coffee numerous times. I said this when I walked in. This is why I wanted to do the live.
Say it again.
Personally, for me, anytime you try to unalive somebody, you're a piece of trash.
Mm-hmm.
But the fact that you are harming and trying to unalive one of our service members that serves and protects our country, an Air Force member, like, you're a special piece of trash. You like the trash that like gets stuck at the bottom and it has like maggots on it outside of the dumpster. Like, you like that type of trash. Like, you the type of trash like that rats breed on top of. That's the type of trash you are. You're a disgusting, trifling bitch.
You're the type of trash that rats don't eat.
Yeah, that'd be pretty bad trash, actually.
Yeah. It takes a minute to set in,
like,
but
if a rat won't eat you, that's some crazy shit.
That's some trash right there.
They'll eat anything.
Anything. Let's get into it.
Guaranteed purple. Wow.
Put the captions
on.
on.
A military wife is now charged with attempted first-degree homicide after her husband allegedly caught her on camera pouring bleach into his coffee maker. He says it was all to get life insurance benefits.
Whatever's in there, there's a lot of it.
Wow,
you see those suds?
Yeah, I mean, does bleach suds up? She must have did a concoction.
It all started in March 2023 when an unnamed United States Air Force airman was stationed in Germany. At the time, he lived with his wife, Melody Feliciano Johnson, and their child. The couple is now going through a divorce.
They have kids together?
According to court documents, he, quote, started noticing that his coffee was tasting bad. He continued to drink the coffee for the next 2 to 3 weeks and then ended up buying some pool chemical testing strips as the coffee continued to taste very bad to him.
Dang, this poor man. I told you that was base housing. Did I tell you?
Mm-hmm. Now, one of the points that I was talking about was the fact that if you look at this from the perspective of an individual that's living a normal life, right? And he's just waking up in the morning, he's, doing his job, not just serving his country,
Right.
but his family and his child, his wife, doing the things that he feels he needs to do. Now, I don't know that specific situation. I don't know what's going on, the politics between them as an individual, marriage, husband and wife. But that aside, him waking up in the morning, and I know the day to day, having a routine that helps you get centered for the day, get your mentality on point, having to take care of everything that you need to do for that specific day, and putting yourself in the right mindset to prepare for that day. And I know that in the morning when you wake up, having that routine, starting off, for him, similar to how I did for a long time, which was having that cup of coffee, probably, well, for me, for example, listen to audios that will get you in the right mental space, helping you feel clear and such, and while drinking your coffee, him doing all these things, thinking he's doing it for a great purpose for him and his family, right? Except for the part of his family is actually trying to off him, unalive him, which is a crazy concept to think about when he's just living a normal, in his mind, everyday life, getting ready for the day, whether it's coffee, whether it's tea for some of you all, whatever it may be, and he's thinking it's a normal thing, and every day he's waking up for weeks, drinking his coffee, and there's something weird about it.
That's scary, man.
To the point where he has to then install cameras to see like what's going on with his coffee, because he knows that he's filling it up, he's pouring water in there, and it's like it's just, because he is in Germany, so like he's probably thinking about maybe is there something going on with like the water here or whatever it may be. It's a lot of thoughts that come to your mind. The last thought I would think that he would think is that it's his wife.
I think that the order in which you just said this is just a teensy bit off.
What?
Because what I think happened, it tasted nasty for a few weeks. Didn't know what the problem was. We probably washed it out a few times. Still wasn't working. Try to look at the ingredients of the coffee they were using, same coffee. Then he got the pull strips. And when the pull strips started turning purple, which I guess that's the indication that something is in it that's not supposed to be in it, I think that's when he got the camera, because he's like, what else could be happening? Because, you know what I'm saying? I think he got the camera after he got the pull strips. I think that, like, to your point, I don't think his mind ever went to his wife, like, until it was like, there's no other, I have to see if something's happening. You know what I mean? Yeah,
for sure. So just the fact that, like, what I'm saying is that the thought process that it may potentially be the person that you're doing all of this for, not necessarily like in totality, because you got to do it regardless. You got to provide, but
you gotta have
feel.
Motivation.
I was about to say, that you got to feel like some sort of duty to your family as well.
Yeah.
And the fact that, like, okay, well, part of the reason or part of the purpose of me doing this is to serve, your wife and make sure that she feels good and comfortable, and she's the one that's basically trying to unalive you in a way that makes you get prepared for the day in a great mental space. It's crazy.
I think that I would love to know more of their background. I hope they talk about this in this 18-minute video. Hi, the real Patrice.
What's up, Patrice?
I hope they do talk about it in this 18-minute video, because I want to know how long they've been married. I want to know where she's from. I'm not trying to be funny, but I just want to know where she's from. Because I feel like, sis, what the fuck is wrong with you? And then the other thing is, why are y'all hard up for money? Like, did something horrible happen where you feel like you need like that much money? Here's my thing. Like, there's a whole bunch of people you can kill. Like, why him? Like, I just don't understand. Like, what? Not that there's an excuse ever, but like.
No, I get what you're saying.
Like,
it's like
he brought you with him to Germany. He didn't like deploy to Germany, leave you in the States while he's in Germany, which, mind you, again, I'm a military brat. There have been times, not that my father was up to nothing, even though he kind of was, but anyway, there have been times where my father got deployed and we didn't go with him, and there were plenty of times my father got deployed and we did go with him. But like, if it's a longer term, you know what I mean, or like maybe don't go right away with him, but then we come later, whatever. But I'm like, you're with him there. he brought you there because he wants you with him, or you wanted to be with him. You know, you guys are operating as a family in Germany, of all places. I guess the point I'm trying to make is that she didn't even have to be there because he's deployed. You know what I mean? Like, the first time you told me the story, I thought she was still in the States, and then when he came home, this type of stuff was happening. Like, you out there in Germany with him. You're crazy, sis. Like, what the hell is wrong with you?
Yeah. Let's check out a little bit more.
He's a goofy bitch. Sorry.
Basically.
Poor man. Wait, does he have army shirt on? That was
It's crazy because he's actually
calm.
running an investigation in his own home.
Probably military police.
And for his life, basically.
In multiple videos, the husband uses chlorine strips to test the water in
Poor
his
guy.
coffee maker. Every time, the test strip returns results for high levels of chlorine.
Damn, this is bad, bitch.
So he's cleaning it out.
Can you imagine how
Filling
this
it out.
human feels? Jesus Christ.
Betrayed.
He's about to counter test it.
About to test it
by
prior
himself.
to make sure that it's good, so he knows it's not the actual faucet water.
Which is a logical assumption. Like, you are in a different country. You don't know if something's wrong. It's contaminated. He's trying to see, is there any... I feel like this is proof. He's just like, what else could it be? He probably thought he was investigating, like, the dang Air Force base.
It could be the Air Force base. It could be whoever there in Germany.
They might have a nanny or something.
It can be somebody that didn't agree with something he did while he's there in Germany. That's from there, like, you know, they
Poison
probably
the
know
water
all
line
that.
or
Yeah,
something.
like it could be anything.
Sheesh. Okay, let's see. That's why you have to cure it. Sorry.
Still needs water though.
We gotta cover this case when it comes out. Okay, so it's not purple at first. Damn!
Instantly.
What does that mean, though? I don't get it. Does that mean the water's bad?
Yeah. So basically, when it turns purple, that means that it's, you know, contaminated with a well, in the pool world, I guess, you know,
chlorine.
Yeah.
But what I don't understand is, I thought he just poured that water himself.
He did, but she poured the bleach inside of the actual coffee maker.
I gotta watch.
And if you look closely, you can see at the very bottom that it says chlorine or chlorophyll.
According to a criminal complaint, the man, quote, suspected someone was tampering with his coffee, and in May 2023, while still in Germany, he set up a camera in his house. At that point, video captures Felicano Johnson pouring something into his coffee pot.
Wow, that's the bleach right there. Oh my god, that's a lot. Oh, she's going back for more.
That's why I said, like, she's just stupid. Like, who do you think is not going to taste that?
She been watching Bailey series.
Did you try it yourself?
On video. So let's test this water.
He said he got it on video.
Purple.
It's yellow right now. Instantly.
You hear him breathing? Poor guy. He's probably like sick. Oh my
He's probably like fuming.
The man later told law enforcement he prepared his coffee every evening so that in the morning he just needed to turn it on to make his coffee.
Yeah, because he's
He
prepared.
alleged between the time he set up his coffee and the following morning, Feliciano Johnson tampered with the machine. Video seemingly captures this, showing Feliciano Johnson checking to see if the coffee maker has been prepared before grabbing something from under the sink and pouring it into the machine.
Wow.
Every night.
Wow.
Trifling heifer.
Wow. What a dirty, grimy bitch. Is this still up on here, baby?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I mean, what? She making sure he not checking.
This is a crazy
I
little
wonder how
heifer.
old she is. I need to know more about this chick. Like,
Yeah,
how
this
old are
is-
you? How long y'all been married? Like, where did you come from? Like, who are you and why are you?
Let's take a second right quick.
Like, why are you? Where do y'all find these stories? What the fudge? He must got a hella insurance policy or something. I mean, you know what? It'd be shit like this when they be at like $200,000. It'd be like, it's not even enough, like that much if you think about it.
I mean,
It's a lot to the wrong
she
person. I'm
got
just saying.
$2. You know, this is but at the same time, it's like, why? What I was saying in the prior video, maybe I won't even post it. Maybe we'll just use this one. Like, one of the things I was talking about was the fact that people in 2023, 2024 going into still think that they can get away with stuff like this. Because even if he didn't have those cameras set up, right? Let's just say he didn't have them. Like her pouring the bleach into the coffee maker every single day, day in, day out. Like, this stuff can still, like, let's just say she didn't get rid of any of the evidence. The bleach container, the container was still there. The little tube or whatever she used to pour it inside of that was still there. Like, all this stuff still has her fingerprints on there. All this stuff still has, like, data and, like, stuff on there. You don't think they could trace that?
So, let me just say this. Two things. There was a woman, can't remember her name, but she's a story. I'm sure we covered her, actually, or something like that, where she was pouring a poison that was easily undetectable into the Coca-Cola bottles of her husband. So she's pouring it into her husband's drinks, and then slowly, eventually he passed. She got the life insurance policy. She would have gotten away with it. No one would ever have known. There was no autopsy done, nothing. Because it wasn't sudden. It was slowly over time. He got sick. They couldn't figure it out. And then that was that. The only reason why she got caught was because it happened to her son. Her son ended up dying because she did it to her son. Even then, they were just like, oh, it's a horrible coincidence. It took for it to happen to the third person, because then she did her daughter, for them to finally say, hold up. Let's exhume the bodies. Let's do an autopsy. And then that's when they were able to find there was a very specific test that they had to do on each body, including the daughter, to determine that they had been getting poisoned somehow. And she was the obvious suspect because it happened to everyone in her family. But I'm just saying, if it would just stuck with him, she would never have gotten caught. No one would ever have known what happened. And she was a nurse, so she was using some shit that, like, really you can't.
Okay, that she was the common denominator, basically.
She was, but it was, she was a common denominator. But I guess my point is that when you say, oh, her fingerprints would be on the bleach, her fingerprints should be on the bleach. It's a cleaning product. Her fingerprints, of course, would be on the bleach because she cleans the house. It's like, oh, well, your fingerprints were on the coffee pot. Duh, it's her coffee pot.
Yeah, but if if they don't know what happened to him and they do an autopsy, they run the specifics and see, like, you have to see that he was poisoned in some way, shape, or form. I'm sure. Like,
I think she absolutely would be a suspect. But she wouldn't. They'd have not. There's not enough. If he had not recorded this, I don't think there's enough evidence, unless she's been in trouble in the past for poisoning people. There's not enough evidence for them to have been able to say she did it unless she confessed. Like that's why this would have been a very interesting case had he not had a camera. And any other circumstance that we've seen where some poisoning happens, it takes for it to happen to multiple people. Even in like the 20s and 30s, like long time ago when people were poisoning their husbands, they would poison one husband, he would die, they get the life insurance, they're good. The problem was they did it again. So usually it takes for it to be a serial situation before they get caught. So this heifer's been Googling.
Right, but what I'm saying is, after all those situations, and after looking at the track record of like this is something that happens, I would think that they would have some protocols into going into like, okay, well, clearly this isn't something that was done by, someone that's out to get him, like, the German army or whoever it may be, the German military force or something like that. Like, they would look into the specifics and see what exactly happened, and like look at the autopsy and look at like the information that were gathered. And again, maybe not, because this is in Germany, so I don't know if they have the ability to go over there and look at all the information and things that's going on. So maybe that's why she did that.
He's on a military base. He's there with U.S. doctors, U.S. legal assistants. It's not like he's like living off base. He's in a base housing. Okay. So it's like a little America. They probably got a Burger King right outside. Like, I mean, that's how base housing is. So like, it is. Although he is, immersed in some German culture, there's some people that live in Germany or get deployed to Germany for like 2-3 years, and they never even learn the language because they don't have to be integrated, because your life can be just on the base. It takes for you to want to be outside, but it could easily have been, somebody on his platoon, or somebody that's like part of his work life, or someone that was. They would absolutely look at the wife. Let's just be clear, to your point. They would absolutely look at the wife, because that's a obvious angle. They look at, is she cheating? Life insurance. She might be an obvious suspect with all the specifics, but she would have to do things that are stupid afterwards for her to actually get charged with murder. Like they don't have enough evidence to charge for murder until, let's say, she does what the other chick did last night. She calls the life insurance people the next day. She tells somebody like, one of these days I'm gonna be done with him. There has to be a lot more evidence than this for her to actually get indicted or charged with first degree attempted murder. Him recording was like the best thing he could have done, because who would have? It's just not enough evidence to prove it, because she's using a household cleaning product. If she used something that you got to go buy, like that's not a regular, like you got to go like to a pharmacy and get it and then crush up the pills and put it in there. She used a regular household cleaning product. Like that's technically like, what are you going, like you said, fingerprints? Okay. Her defense attorney's going to be like, so? She's a house mother.
No, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. That makes sense. I feel like we have the technology to detect at this point if it is like bleach, if it is like whatever it may be. Just him dipping the chlorophyll stick into the water and instantly pulling up the data to say that purple, that it was, basically essentially like poison or whatever it may be. Like, I think we'll also have something to that level to detect that, I don't know exactly what it is, but to the level to detect that it was something that was caught within him, that happened slowly, especially if it was done for weeks, essentially like a month at least, that he was poisoned in some sense, and then draw it back to like bleach or something, because it is bleach and it is a way to detect those type of things. So agreed.
Yeah, I think the prosecuting attorney. Oh, cool. What's this?
That's for the iPhone. That's not gonna.
I think that the prosecuting. I think the prosecuting attorney would need to have enough proof of how he ingested the bleach. So, for example, how would they know how he ingested it? What I mean is, how would they know that he ingested it every morning with coffee? It could have been from anything. It could have been from another meal he had. What if he has lunch every day with the same people? They're like, well, you guys are suspects too. Because he has lunch with you every day. And there's a cleaning lady that sits right next to y'all. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they wouldn't know where it actually came from. There would be not enough proof to say it came from your morning coffee.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes. I know what you're saying.
Yes, this is great. Okay, so we're going to talk like this.
No, we're not. You can talk like this.
Baby.
No, I get your point. I get what you're saying. I feel like at this point, they're very advanced, and I think that it's past my knowledge base as far as like being able to talk intelligently, as far as like the things that they test for and like, you know, those type of things. But I think at this point, like the stuff that I know that I can do certain stuff, you know, and I'm just talking not like none illegal, but like even just like AI and stuff like that, you know, like I'm able to figure out all type of stuff. So at this point, I feel like they're like light years ahead of what they actually release to the public, you know. So that's all I'm saying.
Concurred.
Yeah. Reina, you're clearly a trip, says the real Patrice.
I'm hoping to be a trip in Cuba soon. Thank you, sweet Patrice.
Mm-hmm.
Take me somewhere.
Let's go back
Let's
here.
see this trifling dirty hoe.
Later, video shows her husband checking to see the coffee maker she'd tampered with.
Poor man.
Trying to act normal.
He's probably ready to cry.
Cry.
Look, he's going for it. I feel so bad for this man. I feel so bad. Like, I feel like really, really bad for him. Damn. Oh, I hate watching this, baby.
And what?
Sorry, I just wanted to see what she was saying.
Husband alleged his wife used bleach as a form of poison, storing the chemical under the sink. Court documents state that at the time, during May 2023, the husband, quote, stopped drinking the coffee but continued to pretend to drink it as he did not want to make a report of this while in Germany.
Wow.
He said he knew his wife would continue poisoning him and wanted to submit a report while in the U.S.
About 50 minutes ago, while I was at work, I noticed her come over to the coffee maker and she did something. So I've got my tester. I'm going to add the water.
Oh my God.
To see if there's chlorine and the pH is off. Pretty certain it is. I saw the bleach bottle over here.
She left it out? Oh.
That bottle was pulled out.
He's still dressed. Oh my God, he's still in uniform. He's in uniform. That's just fucking me up. No. I hope he tests this water too, because it could still be argued that it wasn't.
He did.
Oh.
You can smell it from here. I can smell it. Looks fine.
He didn't show on camera, but he tested it.
Don't change it since I've already put it in. Let's get this shot here.
He probably wasn't looking for the camera.
He's looking at it, yeah, in real life. Like, you can't even see this. Just seeing him in uniform is making me even more upset.
Do anything.
Come on, baby, put it.
Totally changed. Wow.
It's getting darker and darker.
And then you can smell it. Like I can literally smell this.
Like, what an idiot. What a absolute idiot. Like, he has to go out and fight the world and then come back home and
fight for your life at home.
Fight the person that you're fighting for.
Whew, baby, that's deep.
You can literally smell this.
She's not even trying to hide it.
Sudsed up.
Like, look at those suds in just the water. Anyone that makes coffee, that's just straight water right there. Why is there like bubbled up in there every day?
I guarantee it's slipped too on the fingers. Yeah, slippery.
Damn.
Gross. Just gotta catch it in the States.
1 month later, in late June, the family returned to the United States and was stationed at an Air Force base in Tucson, Arizona. At that point, additional cameras were set up. Video captures Feliciano Johnson pour something into the coffee pot and look over her shoulder to see if anyone is watching. By early July, her husband reported his findings to the Tucson Police Department. Court documents state he, quote, showed the officers at the front desk the video, but since you could not clearly see what she was pouring into the coffee maker, the report was taken with no follow-up. At that point, he purchased additional cameras disguised as fire alarms. He set them up in the laundry room and in the kitchen area where the coffee maker was located.
So this morning I checked this coffee maker and the pH and chlorine test came out normal. So I cleaned my coffee pot out after I made coffee. And I did drain all day. So I came back this evening and this smells again. So I'm going to do a test.
I don't remember base housing looking this bad.
Just filling it up.
I mean, is it that fast?
Mm-hmm.
Sheesh.
I'm trying his estimate.
But like, it didn't even give you a chance to change. Wow.
She was pouring it beforehand.
Watch this. Guaranteed. You're going to see purple. Boom.
The twist is he's the one putting it in there. No, I'm just playing.
Feliciano Johnson was caught on camera multiple times, appearing to pour bleach in the laundry room, walking it into the next room, and then pouring it into the coffee maker. Other times, she was caught on camera looking over her shoulder as she seemingly poured the chemical into the machine.
Wow. No, this is a different kitchen.
Get back in the States.
Yeah, but both of those were in states, so maybe they got moved to another base again.
I like that they kept it rolling.
Yeah, keep it going this time. Shit.
Crazy.
Shit.
Over and over, Feliciano Johnson's husband captures this on camera, using chlorine strips to demonstrate the alleged poisoning.
So I haven't tested the water in a while.
This is wild.
Damn. Like, stop. Stop killing me. Like, Jesus. Joe, I can't even take it. Do you take off LCC?
This one.
I just can't hear him.
Damn.
Okay,
So,
damn.
we get
Shit.
the point.
What's the end in like?
Let's see.
Okay.
It's just them doing it over and over again. It goes to the
Oh, go back some. Oh,
this one, the same thing.
hold on.
Looks like the bleach has a new location. That purple lid is now over here. See what this looks like.
See, different kitchen.
No smell. Doesn't smell.
I think this is them in Germany.
Other times, he displayed how the coffee maker would become soapy when water was added.
She was off today. She didn't work. Today's the most that I'm having to clean it. Whatever's in there, there's a lot of it.
Damn.
After collecting multiple videos that showed her allegedly pouring the bleach into the machine, Felicano Johnson was arrested on July 18th. She was taken into custody and invoked her right to an attorney immediately, so she wasn't questioned by police.
Damn.
Citing familial ties to the Philippines, prosecutors alleged Felicano Johnson could be a flight risk. She was later booked into jail on $250,000 bond.
Okay.
Wow.
Now, I kept asking where Shorty was from because I didn't know where she was from. But, I mean, the whole thing is a scam. So I bet you he was probably based in the Philippines at some point. And in Pacific Islander Asian culture, okay, let me just disclaimer, I was born in Guam, which is right next to the Philippines. It's east of the Philippines because I'm a military brat, but my mother is very involved with the people. The Chamorro people, and they're not Filipino, but I'm just saying, being married to a white man is like a sign of prestige. It's a sign of you've made it, you've won.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, it's even better because oftentimes, I should say oftentimes, it's just seen as like you've made it.
Mm-hmm.
There are a lot of mixed children that have come from military families. I am one of them, where the black father, the white father, or the black serviceman, the white serviceman, the Hispanic serviceman has gone abroad. They've met women they've never met before, and in the U.S. or they've not had to deal with before, and they're intrigued by it. This is where they live, where they work, and they marry them, and then they reproduce. But there's certain cultures, some cultures, that really put an emphasis on you being with a white man. And that's really like a serious thing. I just know so many friends, so many people where that's been the case. And I just was wondering where she was from because with the last name Feliciano and how she looked, I didn't know if she was Latina or if she was from the Philippines, which, they're not the same, but there's a correlation because Spain invaded the Philippines. But that's really interesting because there might be... she's a dirty, grimy bitch and does not represent the country. But I'm just saying, there is a interesting aspect to that.
Yeah, no, I knew she was Philippine. It's funny because from the Philippines, yeah. Like it's certain looks because they do depending on the actual individual. Sometimes they can look like Latina to some extent.
What do you call it? A Latina?
Whatever you want to say.
Latina.
Sometimes they can have similar, features.
They were invaded by Spain. So.
Yeah, so it's interesting, but no, like I knew that part. What was interesting was that not interesting, which was sad mostly, but the fact that it's like you really see this guy day to day, every day, having to come home and record like his experience with trying to stay alive in the battle world and the real life of what he do as a living, and then coming home fighting against the person that's supposed to be like his support system essentially.
Damn.
And like taking care of his kid, their kid. I don't know what it is, a girl or boy, whatever it may be, but
Their child.
like every day 24/7 he don't get a break. There's no break for him. Like he gotta record what's going on, and the fact that he even have the awareness that like, okay, well, I can't report this while I'm here. I gotta wait till I get back to the States to even say something. So he gotta act normal, probably even have regular normal day-to-day conversations with her, so that there's nothing detected from this situation or from her, so that she's not being on alert, that he's picking up on what she's actually doing. So it's crazy. It's sad. It's a very sad situation.
It's very disgusting, trifling, gross ass, stupid, bitch ass situation.
It's wild.
Like I said before, to your point, imagine serving your country as a service member that's prepared to go, depending on what you do in the military, to go to battle at some point. In some way, defending an entire country. You're part of something extremely great. Like, can you imagine? And then to find out that she has ties to the Philippines. It's like, anyway. But, like, the amount of respect that our country has for service members, it is just really disgusting and disappointing that someone would try to unalive one of our people. Now, again, we don't know all the facts. Not that it matters. But, I mean, what if maybe he was whooping her ass every day? Maybe he has like 5-6 kids with other Filipino ladies. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe something motivated this, to which she is still incredibly wrong. But maybe, I don't know. Like, there must be something. Like, what? Just for the money?
That's what I was bringing up earlier, where it was like, I don't know, there are specific politics in their relationship, or they're between those two individuals as a couple, a married couple and such.
I forgot to use my damn mic. All right, go ahead.
Somebody help her. The fact that they, there may be there may be something going on in between those two individuals. Who knows?
Maybe. There has to be something, right?
At the same time, why take this approach to try to? I don't know. I don't have anything else to add.
She was probably gonna take out the kid next.
That would be horrible.
Did they say it was $250,000 life insurance policy?
I don't think so.
First of all, is that Mikey?
What's up, Mikey?
Mikey! Hold on. Is that my boy? That's my boy. Mikey! Homegirl's back. Wagwan. Reina. Miss you. Yeah! I hope I said it right. Mm-hmm. Yeah!
Do you know that there was one time, a couple weeks back, when Mikey came in and left a comment?
What did he say?
And he did not use his flag?
I will say that there is a 6% chance that Mikey might not use his flag. It has happened in the past. And every time it happens, you point it out. But yeah.
I don't know if it's that high. I think it may be like 2.
Maybe it's like a 4%. No, it's happened like at least 3 times. Out of the hundreds of comments our boy has left us. Yes, Patricia. He said, a laugh. Y'all, a laugh. I'm just going to say this. Ladies, am I looking at the camera? Does it look like I'm looking at the camera there?
Do it.
I'm looking.
Yeah.
Ladies, let me explain something to you. Woman to woman. There's better ways to do this. Sorry, that was horrible. That's not funny. But listen, stop trying to kill your husbands. The hell? Why marry them? It's the culture right now. I'm telling you. It's the culture right now. Everything's about money. Times is hard. Inflation's up. Things cost more. But outside of that, like for real, that does not mean you should be trying to harm somebody.
You have a better chance of... You think they have a better chance of robbing a bank? No.
No.
In Germany?
Definitely not in Germany. Do you know the history of Germany?
I haven't been...
Guten Morgen to my Germans. But listen, I wouldn't do nothing wrong in Germany. Absolutely not. Do you remember who came from there? Their crazy leader from years and years and decades ago? They got a history that's wild. But listen, outside of that, robbing a bank, very bad idea. I work for them. Don't do it. It's stupid. You will definitely get caught. There's a billion different things set in place.
Well,
just
stand
to catch
outside
you.
of the bank and catch somebody slipping.
Let me explain something to you about that, to his point. Your husband is not expecting you to off him. Especially if you're good at faking it. Your husband's not expecting you to harm him, hurt him, or anything. In fact, his life is dedicated, to Najee's point, to serving you and taking care of you and making sure that you're okay. Making sure that you are taken care of. Making sure that your kids are taken care of. Giving you the life that you deserve. He is not on defense in regards to his bodily injury potential with you. The bank is ready. They expect to get robbed. Yeah. They expect some crazy stuff to go down. They got all these measures in place. Men ain't walking around with guns in their house to protect themselves from their wives. They're not sitting around waiting to see. Like, that. The threat is not the wife, typically. And if you are married to a woman where you have that much concern of a threat, you probably have made a really bad choice. So you're not on defense against her. I feel like you just went somewhere.
No, I'm listening. I'm
just saying. You're not over here worried about me, are you?
Dun, 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 dun.
Well, you should be.
Dun, 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 dun.
If anything ever did happen between Najee and I, they would use all these YouTube videos to be like, see, she thought she knew how to get away with it.
She explained in every single video how
every video she explained how she would have did it. What you should have did was... It's not funny, because that man could have died. That's not funny.
Yeah.
Not funny at all. But
yep.
It is. But I do laugh.
Why am I using this?
Because it's a good thing to use, Papa. I do laugh at very inappropriate times. Tell me about my grandma's funeral.
Yeah. So.
It's not funny. But I did make like 7 jokes that were pretty good jokes, actually. But it was out of fear and out of pain.
Yeah.
But I made some good jokes. You know they were funny. You laughed.
That's her way of dealing with certain situations.
Yeah, I don't know why. When I get nervous, I start making jokes.
Yeah. So yeah, you know, this is wild. This is a wild situation.
Facts.
There's a lot of other videos that we need to take a look at.
Facts.
Because it's been a lot of stuff that's been popping on these true crime streets that we need to look into.
They've been talking. They've been
wilding. They've been acting a damn fool. So we shall return. Let us know.
May or may not be back.
Let us know y'all thoughts. Shit, it's a possibility. It's also an impossibility. We'll see. But what do y'all think about this situation? All right, get the conversation started in the comment section.
How would you try to get away with it? No, I'm just playing.
Paint out your perfect getaway situation.
No, don't do that, y'all. Honestly, I you know what I would love to see in the comments? Funny. You know what I would love to see in the comments? In all seriousness, I would love to see what what else he could have done, or would you have let it go on this long? Like, what would you have done in his situation? Obviously, he was strategic. He was thinking about like the best course of action. But what would you have done? Would you have been able to keep playing the game and just setting up cameras and going to sleep in the same bed every night, possibly even getting down with the boogie?
Because he has a different mindset. You got to keep in mind,
Yeah,
because he's coming from a, military and, is that a word?
No.
I like it now. Militarian background, where he is not as
emotional.
Not just emotional,
which that's
but
not
like,
true, but
like unaware as some people will be, because some people may say, and it's not even a bad thing, maybe it's a situation where you're doing something consistently on a daily basis and you're making your coffee or whatever it may be, and then it's not not good, and maybe you and your like wife, girlfriend, fiance, whoever it may be, is you making your coffee and you're like, damn, I can't get this shit right. I don't know what's going on. Like, this shit, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, you do that with me all the time.
Like, this shit, I don't know what the, and then you go to the point where like, the fuck wrong with this water? What's wrong with this coffee? Like, this shit tastes horrible. Try it. Now imagine if he said, try it.
Which Naj would definitely be like, can you taste it and tell me what you think? I'd be like,
I would have wanted to know.
If you don't like it, I don't like it.
I would have wanted to know what the reaction would be if he told her to try it and tell me if you taste something wrong with this. Now that's the interest, because that didn't happen, or at least it
that
wasn't
we know
known.
of.
Right, it wasn't known. It wasn't out to the public. What would her reaction have been if he said, "Try this. What's going on? Like, try this. I don't know what I did. I probably don't mess it up somehow. Maybe I added too much coffee, ground coffee, whatever it may be. I added too much water. The water here in Germany is trash. Like, I shouldn't be using the faucet water, the tap water, whatever it may be. Like, you know what I mean? So it'd have been interesting to see her reaction. That would have been very interesting. We'll never know.
Right. I will say that Najee makes coffee for us a lot. And there's sometimes when Najee makes coffee so good, I'm just like, yes, I could drink this. And the way he'll make it for me typically is just with like a little bit of sugar and black. So black with sugar. He doesn't really give me like other stuff because the point is not to, whatever. Anyway, there's times when he makes it so good with the Southern Pecan coffee, whatever. It was so good. Or his BPP coffee, the lion's mane mushroom, and it's tasty. And there's sometimes when he's like, I don't know, try it. And I taste it, I'm like, it tastes like water with a little like swivel of a coffee grind. It'd be like some real murky water that he'd be giving me. So maybe I should have been concerned that he's poisoning me. But, well, I survived. And I'll survive it every time. Hey, Meg.
What's up,
Hi. Meg? Oh, Meg. My baby.
Family, friends, good people out here in these streets. I need y'all to, do a round. What do you call that? Like a
Robin?
round? No, I forgot the name of it. We need to find all of our people. Where is Kathy?
Oh, she's okay because Kathy was struggling.
Yeah,
She's an Aquarius. She may be mad that we was gone too long.
possibly.
She's probably like, fuck y'all. But I love
Most
me some
likely.
Kathy.
Yeah.
Where's Summer? Spring.
Summer. It was summer.
What I like is that both y'all are entertainment, and that's a magical fit. I really don't know how Najee's been carrying this without me. I gotta go look at the comments, see if people been liking it. Because I don't see how he can do this without me. Like, he kind of needs me as his partner. You need me as your partner.
Who else? What was the guy name? Let's start with R. Was it Robin? No, it wasn't Robin.
Raul.
Ruben.
Ruben's been gone for ages. What you talking about?
No, but he came back and then
he left as soon as we was like, oh, we should make him a moderator. He was gone. He was like, yes, make me your moderator. Can't wait. Boom, gone.
Can't wait to bounce.
Right. Oh, I almost made an inappropriate joke. I'm just a little surprised she thought it would work. He probably tasted it. It's repulsive and wouldn't drink the rest. Right? Like, what did you think, sis? You thought that he was just going to keep drinking that shit?
First off, there isn't a case that we've presented or watched or looked at that Meg has not saw already.
Baby always ready.
It's very rare.
Meg's like, I'm just here to add value to y'all's day. It's like, I'm not going to ever learn shit from y'all, but I'm here.
Like, I know about it, but I'm going to entertain it as well.
Wagwan. Mikey, what does wagwan mean? I believe it means what's going on.
I feel like it's like, what's happening?
What's going on?
What's the deal?
Yeah, but you need to translate for us, too, because, I mean, I want to act like I know stuff, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Meg Green said, how's the degree going? Girl, let me tell you something that I don't like.
I'll tell you something like this right
here.
here.
I will tell y'all, I've taken quite a few classes. I'm maintaining a 4.0, but this high-level managerial advanced accounting class I'm in, that man keeps giving me a B on all my Excel projects, a B+. I'm at a 95%. Every time I get a grade, I'm just like, who knows? It might be the day I lose my 4.0. I've been trying so hard.
Keep in mind, she hasn't gotten anything lower than a B+. And
in the class, yes, sucks.
Like on not just the class, but in any grade, right? And the fact that she be so like hurt when she receives a B+,
it bothers me greatly.
It's astonishing to me because I'm like, you got a B+? That sounds amazing.
Listen, I used to be a believer in C's that get degrees. My first degree, I was like, I really don't give a damn what it is. But like now, I want to actually do well because I really want to learn and do a good job because I need it to get to my goals. So I want to actually be able to implement what I'm learning. Like, there are some things I remember from college, the first time I went to college and I got my first degree, where I was like, I can use some of this in real life. And there's other stuff where I'm like, I have no idea what the hell I learned. Like, I've taken like 2 or 3 accounting classes before. I have no idea how I passed it. I don't know how I passed them. And this one, I don't even know how I'm passing this one. I don't know what's going on. I emailed the professor, like, can you please, like, help me? Because I don't know why you give me B+. Like, what could I do more? Like, explain to me. He's giving me a B every Excel spreadsheet class. I can't stand him.
No,
he needs to get his ass kicked.
For sure.
He needs to get his ass kicked.
I think, you know, when you're younger, like, you don't necessarily think about, like, I would say specifically with certain classes, right? Because certain classes is like, yeah, you're not really going to necessarily use it. But
I never thought I used accounting, but now I really am using it.
But I was about to say, but at the same time, with things like that, like accounting and such, like you can find that even if you don't use it for work, it's still beneficial if you know, like kind of like take what you're learning from it and apply it to other areas of your life.
Thanks.
And there's other classes that you take that shouldn't be there.
We have been missing you, Reina. But Naj is great too. I agree. I love him. But you two play off each other so great. I do love Najee. I'm sure you guys love him too. He's cool. You've been doing okay, huh?
Boring.
You have been boring, but they've been holding on to you because they like you. Well said, Meg. Well said, Meg, with the Jamaican flag.
I was referring to your comment.
Raina, you smart. Let me tell you. Listen, I be out here.
She's very smart.
I'm one of those unexpected smart people. You be like, oh, so you actually know some shit. Like, yeah, y'all. I'm like, I got like a high IQ, but I be acting like I don't. I need to go to sleep. We've been drinking.
I've been drinking.
I don't
know how it go. What is that song called?
Drunken Love. Drunken Love. Is this microphone working?
Ain't that when ain't that the song Jay-Z in?
If I do say so myself. If I do say so, I don't know the words. All right, y'all. That's enough. We gotta go to sleep. I gotta be at work in the morning. It's 12:31 a.m. What if people at work see this and they be like, "Oh, that's why she came in late"?